While it is true that money's not everything, without any iota of doubt, we can all agree that it is essential for satisfying our basic needs, such as food, shelter, and clothing. Without money, it is impossible to obtain the things we need to survive. Money provides a safety net, shielding us from the uncertainties of life. Knowing that we have the resources to weather unexpected expenses or emergencies contributes significantly to our overall well-being. For something so tangible and that plays a vital role in our everyday lives, how is money created? And how has it been a way of exchange trusted and accepted all over the world? In today's video, we will reveal to you how money is created. Let's dive in. Money was historically an emergent market phenomenon that possessed intrinsic value as a commodity. Nearly all contemporary money systems are based on unbacked fiat money without use value. Its value is consequently derived by social convention, having been declared by a government or regulatory entity to be legal tender. That is, it must be accepted as a form of payment within the boundaries of the country for all debts, public and private, in the case of the United States dollar. In most modern economies, money is created by both central banks and commercial banks. Money issued by central banks is termed reserve deposits and is only available for use by central bank account holders, which are generally large commercial banks and foreign central banks. The authority through which monetary policy is conducted is the central bank of the nation. The official goals of a central bank may vary according to the country or the region. In most developed countries, central banks conduct their monetary policy within an inflation targeting framework, whereas the monetary policies of most developing countries' central banks target some kind of a fixed exchange rate system. The central bank is the banker of the government and provides the government with a range of services at the operational level, such as managing the Treasury's single account and also acting as its fiscal agent, for example by running auctions, its settlement agent, and its bond registrar. A central bank cannot become insolvent in its own currency. However, a central bank can become insolvent in liabilities on foreign currency. Central banks operate in practically every nation in the world, with few exceptions. There are some groups of countries for which, through agreement, a single entity acts as their central bank, such as the Organization of States of Central Africa, which all have a common central bank, the Bank of Central African States, or monetary unions, such as the Eurozone, whereby nations retain their respective central bank yet submit to the policies of the central entity, the European Central Bank. Central banking institutions are generally independent of the government executive. According to the Bank of England, more than 150 central banks were classed as independent in 2020. Commercial banks make money by providing and earning interest from loans such as mortgages, auto loans, business loans, and personal loans. Customer deposits provide banks with the capital to make these loans. When commercial banks lend money, they expand the amount of bank deposits. The banking system can expand the money supply of a country beyond the amount created by the central bank, creating most of the broad money in a process called the multiplier effect. The terms money and currency are often used interchangeably. However, several theories suggest they are not identical. According to some theories, money is inherently an intangible concept. Currency, on the other hand, is the physical or tangible manifestation of the intangible concept of money. Money. People worry about it, think of ways to get more of it, and dream about how to spend it. But how much do we really know about money? Before the development of a medium of exchange, that is, money, people would barter to obtain the goods and services they needed. Two individuals, each possessing some goods the other wanted, would enter into an agreement to trade. Cowrie shells and other items from nature. Some of the earliest currencies were objects from nature. A notable example is cowrie shells, first used as money in about 1200 BCE. Although they may seem a pretty random choice, the shells had a number of advantages. They were similar in size, small and durable. While the mollusks that produce the shells are found in the coastal waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. The expansion of trade meant that even some European countries accepted cowrie shells as currency. Shells in the form of wampum, tubular shell beads, were used as money by Native Americans. Another currency from nature was whale teeth, which were used by Fijians. The people of Yap Island, now part of Micronesia, carved huge discs of limestone that eventually became currency and remained part of the island's culture. Counterfeiting. Counterfeiting dates to the invention of money. Even wampum was the target of counterfeiters. Forgery proved such a huge problem around the world that harsh penalties were enacted. Chinese currency from about the 14th century carried the warning that counterfeiters would be decapitated, and England was known for punishing perpetrators by burning them at the stake. In the American colonies too, death greeted early counterfeiters. The lack of transferability of bartering for goods is tiring, confusing, and inefficient. But that is not where the problems end. Even if the person finds someone with whom to trade meat for bananas, they may not consider a bunch of bananas to be worth a whole cow. Such a trade requires coming to an agreement and devising a way to determine how many bananas are worth certain parts of the cow. Commodity money solved these problems. Commodity money is a type of good that functions as currency. In the 17th and early 18th centuries, for example, American colonists used beaver pelts and dried corn in transactions. One possessing generally accepted values, these commodities were used to buy and sell other things. The commodities used for trade had certain characteristics. They were widely desired and therefore valuable, but they were also durable, portable, and easily stored. Today, most countries use a form of paper money as their primary currency. The creation of paper money is a very complex procedure. Most of these steps are designed to make the money difficult to counterfeit. The use of special paper. The US, for instance, uses a very special type of paper that is made of 75% cotton and 25% linen. This paper is manufactured in the United States. Each sheet is carefully tracked to make sure there are no copyrights, special ink. The ink used to print United States paper money is special as well. They use special formulas designed by the US Treasury. Offset printing. The first stage in the printing process is called the offset printing stage. During this stage, the background is printed on each side by a huge printer that can print up to 10,000 sheets of money per hour. Intaglio. Printing. After the sheets are dry, they go to the intaglio printer. Here, some of the finer details of the design are added, including numerals, portraits, some lettering, and scroll work. Each side is printed separately. Inspection. The sheets then go through an inspection process. Digital computers analyze each sheet in minute detail to make sure that the paper, ink, and printing all meet the precise standards. Overprinting. If the sheets pass inspection, they are sent to the overprinting stage where serial numbers and seals are printed. Stacking and cutting. The final stage is the stacking and cutting stage. Here the sheets are stacked and sent to a large cutting machine that slices the sheets into individual bills. Now the bills are considered legal currency. Most of the money in our economy is created by banks in the form of bank deposits, the numbers that appear in your account. Banks create new money whenever they make loans. 97% of the money in the economy today exists as bank deposits, whilst just 3% is physical cash. Currently, this money, which is the bank deposits, makes up over 97% of all the money in the economy. Only 3% of money is still in that old-fashioned form of cash that you can touch. Banks can create money through the accounting they use when they make loans. The numbers that you see when you check your account balance are just accounting entries in the bank's computers. These numbers are a liability or IOU from your bank to you. But by using your debit card or internet banking, you can spend these IOUs as though they were the same as £10 notes. By creating these electronic IOUs, banks can effectively create a substitute for money. Every new loan that a bank makes creates new money. While this is often hard to believe at first, it's common knowledge to the people who manage the banking system. Banks make money from service charges and fees. These fees vary based on the products, ranging from account fees, monthly maintenance charges, minimum balance fees, overdraft fees, and non-sufficient funds, NSF charges, safe deposit box fees, and late fees. Many loan products also contain fees in addition to interest charges. Banks also earn money from interest they earn by lending out money to other clients. The funds they lend come from customer deposits. However, the interest rate paid by banks on the money they borrow is less than the rate charged on the money they lend. For example, a bank may offer savings account customers an annual interest rate of 0.25%, while charging mortgage clients 4.75% in interest annually. While most paper used for items such as newspapers and books is primarily made of wood pulp, money is made out of a special currency paper composed of 75% cotton and 25% linen. Produced by Crane Currency in Dalton, Massachusetts, this paper is made specifically for the BEP and only for the BEP. It's illegal for anyone other than the BEP to have it in their possession. The visual appearance of each denomination is created by a banknote designer, and in cases like that of the current $100 bill, can take as long as 10 years to make it into circulation. Recent new designs for denominations of $5, $100 use similar portraits and historical images to previous notes. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like this, kindly hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for watching.